A while ago, Opal introduced the C1. It's a $300, an invite-only 4K webcam using Sony's sensor designed for mirrorless cameras. When I reviewed it, I absolutely loved the hardware, but hated the software and the price tag. I believe that for the modern remote professional, the quality of your video is the equivalent of a fancy suit. You want to look sharp, pun intended. Now, Opal introduced its tiny portable marvel, the Tadpole, a 4K webcam specifically designed for the laptop, trying to cram professional mirrorless quality into a tiny little gadget. So let's talk about it. Kicking things off, let's talk about the design. The Opal Tadpole is a masterclass in minimalist engineering. Its compact square body is both elegant and robust, designed to clip effortlessly into any laptop or monitor. Despite its tiny size and minuscule weight, the Tadpole is built from high-grade materials that promise durability and longevity. It's ideal for the frequent traveler or remote worker who demands reliability alongside performance. With that said, I found a few weird design choices, which I will talk about later. It's made from very high quality plastic with a nice rubber cover for the lens itself. And the attached braided USB-C cable has a nice bead-like clip, keeping it always neatly tucked behind your laptop. It's designed for thinner laptops or screens, so don't expect to attach it to your huge, bulky monitor. It also has an optional protective case that kind of looks like a yo-yo, but frankly, it fits so nicely in my backpack and it feels robust enough that I just don't know why would I want to have the carrying case. Tadpole doesn't just look good, it's smart too. It uses Sony's IMX582RS sensor, which is a sensor typically reserved to high-end smartphones such as Samsung's Galaxy line. And it can capture video at a stunning 4K resolution at f1.8 aperture, with vibrant, well-calibrated color. This ensures that every frame is saturated with vivid detail, making your virtual presence feel as real as possible. What's even more is that its microphone comes with the VisiMic audio technology that promises super advanced noise cancelling capabilities, ensuring that your voice is crystal clear, free from the clatter of keyboards or like the hum of background noise if you're in a coffee shop or something. And the f1.8 aperture should deliver stunning low light performance. And the Tadpole should really excel in dim environments, ensuring you'll see clearly no matter the lighting conditions, but we'll see if it actually delivers on all those promises later. I must say that when working on this video, I was surprised by how far the built-in Mac webcam has come. It's been a while since I used it and I recently upgraded to the M3 Max, but it's no longer the blurry mess that it used to be. With that said, Opal's quality is second to none. I still use my Opal C1 all the time and I stopped streaming from my mirrorless camera since I got the Opal because the quality is just so close to each other. How does the Tadpole compare to it? Well, honestly, it's quite impressive. Next is the sound quality. The Tadpole has the new VisiMic technology that is supposed to isolate your voice in front of the camera and remove the background noise completely. Basically, it should include only the sounds of what the camera actually sees and not anything around it. Does it work? Well, I'll let you be the judge of that.
Okay, so this is the Tadpole and a dishwasher in my background. Can you hear the dishwasher?
And this is the Opal C1, same dark environment with the dishwasher in the back. Can you hear the dishwasher?
Another cool feature is that it has a USB cable that has a capacitive button to mute the microphone. So on the one hand, you have no doubt that the microphone is actually muted. On the other hand, I almost always use my headphones as my main microphone. So I think it could potentially be very confusing. You could see the red muted light on the cable, but you can forget you actually use another microphone for your Zoom meeting. Awkward. Now, what about the software? Like, that was my main complaint about the C1. Thank God, Opal have finally upgraded the software, and instead of the old Opal driver, they created a new application called Opal Composer. which works both with the Tadpole and the C1. I must say it's a huge upgrade from the old software and it's much better. It also is a lot more seamless, running in the background and launching only when you connect the camera, and it does that way faster than before. So you just connect the camera and it pops up and it just works. It's just a shame that Opal forgot to notify all the old Opal users, and I was still using my old Opal software with the C1, being super angry at Opal for releasing no firmware updates or no software updates since February last year. But thankfully, the upgraded software is here and it has a bunch of new features. For example, it has overlays, much better control over the bokeh, color and image quality, and much better integration with other software. So how does the Opal Tadpole compare to other cameras on the market? In the competitive landscape, the Opal Tadpole holds its own. While it may not have some of the bells and whistles of its rivals, like for example, built-in ring lights or like gimbal-powered auto-framing, its core performance in video and audio quality sets a new benchmark. And in a market that's quickly becoming super saturated, again, pun intended, these fundamental features are what matter most to a traveling professional. Combine that with a lower price of $175 and the portability, and you got a very decent contender. By the way, one of the most common search phrases on my channel is Opal C1 versus Lumina. So I went ahead and got myself a Lumina to make sure that the comparison is covered. This tiny little AI-powered camera is pretty impressive, but is it really a match to the new Tadpole?
This is the Opal Tadpole in a pretty well-lit room with the built-in microphone and a pretty quiet room.
This is the Opal C1 with the built-in microphone in a pretty decent light and a quiet room. This is the MacBook Pro with the built-in camera and the built-in microphone in a pretty well-lit, quiet room. This is the Lumina with the built-in microphone in a pretty well-lit room and a pretty quiet room, and calibrated with the supplied color calibration card.
Okay, so this is the Tadpole in almost completely dark environment with one small light and a dishwasher in my background. Can you hear the dishwasher? I think you might not be able to hear it.
So this is the Opal C1 with the built-in microphone in low light, so not much light here, with the dishwasher in the background. It is the built-in MacBook camera and microphone in this low light condition. And this is the Lumina in low light with the built-in microphone.
Frankly, it's actually pretty great. And the $175 price tag makes it a very good purchase for somebody who cares about how they look on those video calls. And most other high-end webcams are roughly the $300 range, so $175 is actually a very good price. What I did find weird is that the USB cable isn't touchable. While I appreciate how compact it makes the camera, I cannot help but feel that it might break very easily and basically making the camera completely useless because you cannot replace it. And sometimes I would like to use maybe a longer USB cable with it and not be tied to this kind of really short cable that it comes with. On the other hand, I do think that having a shorter cable or like the detachable cable would make the camera too small and easy to lose. So I understand this design choice. And while I think the mute button is cool, since I personally rarely use the built-in microphone of the webcam while traveling, I'd actually prefer a smaller device with a smaller USB plug instead of having a button in the cable. Alright, to wrap up, the Opal Tadpole is an impressive new entry in the world of webcams. It's bringing studio quality video to the traveling professional, and it's tailored for those who refuse to compromise on quality and seek simplicity in their tech. Despite some hurdles, overall it's a great device for those who need a small, high-quality webcam, and I think it's definitely a worthy upgrade or rather a more portable alternative to the C1. And it doesn't hurt that it's almost half the price. Thank you for tuning to Hacking Modern Life. If you found this video helpful, show us some love with a like, hit subscribe and ring that bell for your regular dose of tech life hacks. Keep hacking your modern life. Bye!